At 24, don't forget, he was a 19-year-old valedictorian at whatever Ivy League school he went to. Brilliant guy, the son of two German doctors. However, he's playing a game that has changed since the 1998 almost meltdown of the global economy under long-term capital management, which almost took the whole world down. The different game is now that these leveraged instruments. So when I was in 98, you couldn't buy something that would have 4 or 5 times the pop if you're right on the upside, because on 4 or 5 times the pop is also equal on the downside. They just never leveraged these positions before like this. But he's learning the hard way. And if the guy just stuck to a straight one-to-one leverage and kind of took his time, I think he's going to be right. Here's my point. I think all these trades that were liquidated over the last 2 weeks, where we're scratching our head, why is the software market going down? Why is the AI market going down? Why are the data center markets going down one at a time meticulously? Is because they were liquidating this guy. And now it all makes sense in hindsight. Problem is we don't have the benefit of those inside liquidations. Someone did. I bet you someone's making a lot of money, but it feels like the market is taking a deep breath going, that was close.
Well, Scott Besson, the Safe Pair of Hands, we're going to have Scott on. Trying to have Scott on tomorrow at 5 o'clock after the market's closed to discuss all this. Eric, last question. Palantir put up monster numbers. Palantir is the surveillance company that will surveil everything you have to do. Does that make you feel nervous? The market jumped on it. But Karp is a weird guy in himself, and the company's kind of a dark company. What do you think?
I hate this. I hate that. I think Peter Thiel, who's the founder of everything, I just, me, Steve, I like governments out of the capital markets. I also like them out of my bedroom, out of my phone, out of my laptop. Palantir allows everyone in all those places. So not a big fan of Palantir, to be honest with you.
Eric Bowling, thank you. Hopefully see you tomorrow morning. I'll talk to you after the show. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Okay, we're going to do something different. We're going to actually play an extended cut from the Pat McAfee Show today. The reason we're doing it, we're kicking off the Aaron Rodgers 2028 Senate run in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Fetterman, you better flip to be a Republican quickly, because Aaron Rodgers is coming for you. Aaron Rodgers goes full MAGA on ESPN Live, and they can't shut him up. Let's go ahead and play it.
You talked about your wife saying, hey, have another year. Mike McCarthy being here, obviously a big deal. Can you tell us about the mindset of coming into your last season? Like, that's a real thing, it feels like, because is everything better? Is everything funner? Is everything more awesome? Like, how do you kind of view this year versus maybe the years of the past?
I'm going to plead the fifth.
Okay. Okay.
Like
gotta love that guy. Okay.
Like that absolute coward, Tony Fauci. Absolute coward.
Yeah.
Hey, it's back,
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, 111
You got a pardon and you're in front and you pleaded over 100 times at the White House? What are you scared of, Tony?
Yeah.
I thought you were the science.
Yeah.
I thought you were I am science, and you get up there and you can't answer a question?
Yeah.
What are we doing? And how much time did the network spend at that? How much time did they spend on my responses every week, on my vaccination status, on Taylor and Travis's wedding? Did they do even a minute? Did they do even a minute on Tony Fauci?
No, I don't think I've heard anything.
I bet they didn't.
But on that note.
And there was another scandal this offseason, too, involving a voter for MVP, for Coach of the Year. How much time did your network spend? Where's your cap? Did your network spend on that?
Our network?
I wish
How much time did you spend?
This is awesome.
Go back to Fauci?
Yeah.
Go back to the coward Tony Fauci and science?
Hold on now.
Who's spending the entire time writing in his diary about how fun it is to be famous? You got to be kidding me.
Okay, so on that note.
What are you going to say about me now? What are you going to say about me now?
No, I got no debate here. You had a 500.
No, seriously, what are they going to say about me now? Now you can't talk about the COVID stuff because obviously it was made, in a lab in China. That's like not even questionable anymore. Tony Fauci is an absolute criminal. I'm on good terms with my family. What are you going to say now? What are you going to say now?
I want to let you know. It's been a fun ride for you, I would assume, over the last couple.
It's been a great life and a great career. And it's nice to be sitting on this side now, especially after that coward played the fifth over 100 times.
Okay.
I thought you had a pardon there, Tony. Why couldn't you answer one question the entire time?
Okay, we have 4 minutes until the heart out.
Yeah, I got 4 more minutes, but we keep it going.
Anything else?
I got at least 4 minutes.
Okay.
There's a lot of silence, but I will say this: I gotta give flowers to Stephen A. Smith, my old friend Stephen A., because he was man enough to actually admit and apologize to Kyrie Irving.
Yes,
so I got to give a shout out to my guy, Stephen A. You are not a coward. I appreciate you.
Okay, can we talk about, we'll wrap up that conversation.
Other than that, there's been a lot of silence, I feel like, like 19 seconds about one subject. Oh, don't talk about that. We can talk about Rex Ryan's foot fetish, but please don't talk about, anything else right now. Don't talk about, any scandals involved. Don't talk about, pop culture. Talk about Taylor and Travis's wedding. Yeah, what do the insiders know about that? But don't talk about, shit that actually has to do with our business or righting wrongs.
Can we remind people? Can we remind people a little bit why you're doing all this? Can we remind people?
No, I don't care.
Okay, so in 2020, we were there for all of this.
2021.
Sorry, 2021.
It really went down.
Okay, there was a 500-page report that Aaron looked into with many doctors about his body and said vaccination. Now, that became a talking point of COVID, I believe, around the entire globe. And the only reason why I know that is because I was
coming on the show every week. We were talking.
I was called a murderer because I was platforming Aaron Rodgers, who was making the decision that was best for himself. So as soon as I see all this start happening with Fauci, I knew that, boy, you were certainly having a time because your name was slandered. You were called a murderer. You were called a lot of things. And
I was endangering my teammates and this and that. Now look what happened. We talked about they suppressed early treatments. They lied about where it came from. Tony Fauci's writing in his journal about, I don't want to, create any vaccine hesitancy if I tell them what the actual stats are. How many papers have been written? How many McCulloughs and Malones and all the great doctors out there who actually did treatment on the front end and repurposed drugs that are the safest profiles in the world. But no, Tony Fauci pushing his medicine just like he did back in the 80s. And now, when you have an auto pen pardon,
hey Jay, you know what happened.
You have an auto pen pardon,
2 minutes.
but and you can't answer one question.
Hey, now real quick,
not even your name. Come on. What do we do?
Can we do this real
and how
quick?
much time did the network spend on that?
Hey, can we do something for you real quick?
How much time?
Hey, can we do something for you real quick?
Yeah.
Hey, way to stand on your truth throughout the entirety of that thing.
Well, I feel great about it.
Congratulations.
Yeah, you should.
I feel great about it.
Congratulations.
I told you I'd be on the right side of history when I had that mustache that we were in New York.
Yeah, but you had that Halloween party, though, that killed a lot of people, remember? You had that Halloween party.
Oh, yeah. When we were a 10,000 square foot warehouse with 21 people, and, the I Am Science has 6 foot of distancing. That'll be a good thing. If we can scare them enough, they'll probably take this vaccine that's had 0 trials done for it. You have no idea what the consequences are. There's no informed consent. You can't even look at the insert to know what you're doing. They're not even, pulling the plunger back to make sure that they got it in the right spot in the arm. Like, what are we even talking about here? The insanity. I sat here amongst a lot of actually brave Americans who avoided the $1 trillion propaganda campaign that was hijacked on the American public. And look at us now.
Hey, way to go.
Do you have anything to say? Do you have anything to say?
We'll be back tomorrow on TV, live from Indianapolis. That's MVP Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, we're going to come back to that. There's still some more we've got to do. That was historic, and that was heroic. That was this afternoon on the Pat McAfee Show. I think the first 2 hours of Pat's show is live on ESPN. They're at the training camps for the NFL, and I think today's the first day of pads. They're up at St. Vincent's College in Pennsylvania with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, of course, they had Aaron Rodgers, who's agreed to stay for another year, hold off retirement to play one more year with the Steelers because his old coach McCarthy's coming back from the Green Bay Packers, now the head coach of the Steelers. And right there, he comes right up on stage. And here's the great thing. As much as McAfee's trying to get, and, McAfee's, I'm sure, got a producer in his ear from ESPN saying, you got to shut this down. You got to get this guy off. Kill the mic. They're killing us. There's nothing more woke than ESPN. They may be the worst of the worst. They've actually gone out of their way. The leaders of ESPN have gone out of their way to make sports so woke you can't even watch it anymore. This is why so many people hate ESPN. But look at the crowd response. In back of him, they have just the regular folks that came, these fans that want to come, and they're there for the camp, the summer camp. All day long, when you watch that show, they're very supportive. In fact, they talked about the Baltimore Ravens that kind of rub it into the nose of the Steelers fan. They handle it great, as fans should. Rodgers comes up there, and Rodgers just drops bomb after bomb after bomb. Aaron Rodgers, see what he's talking about. I think he was at the Jets at the time. They tried to throw him out of. Pro football. It might have been still at the Packers. They tried to throw him out of pro football, and I think it was in 2021. Why? He refused to take the vax, and he refused. You heard look at the doctors he quoted: Dr. Malone, Dr. McCullough. He paid attention. He had the facts on his side. He stood up heroically, and they tried to destroy his career, destroy his reputation. This guy is a first vote Hall of Famer, one of the greatest quarterbacks in the history of the game, and still around, right, in his 40s to get one more year. That's what a baller he is. This is what a competitor he is. And what does he do? He comes on Pat McAfee Show. And to Pat's and McAfee's, to his credit, they were the guys that let it on a couple years ago. Remember, and they came after Pat McAfee. All the people on the left, you're a murderer. You're platforming a murderer. This is a mass murderer. They went after Aaron Rodgers despicably because this is how they are. And finally, we got our comeuppance. Why, Kash Patel, are we not perp walking? And Todd Blanche, you're going to be confirmed. Why is anybody in DOJ? Where's the FBI? Why are we not perp walking? Fauci. Don't worry about the phony auto pen pardon. Let a judge and a jury figure that out after you take him to trial. After you get him on like 100 felony counts for being a mass murderer, crimes against humanity. Does it take a guy like Aaron Rodgers, who's got a full-time job, only the hardest job in all sports, being a quarterback of a National Football League team, particularly one that's actually going for focusing on the playoffs and trying to get to the Super Bowl one last time? He's got a full plate. Think of all the knowledge he's got. He knows down to the details. He had command of the topic. He's not going to be backed off, and today he wanted that. They tried to swerve and have him talk about a whole bunch of other stuff. He didn't want it. He wanted to get it out about how they tried to destroy him, how they tried to destroy his career, and how they try to, make him out to be a mass murderer. And they had all types of problems with his family, with personal relationships, all of it. And teammates, because they're putting the poison out there. The poison they put was psychological poison and a psyop. The other poison they put was in the vax. In the vax. Pfizer and these guys and all the MR lying. You had Malone, who was one of the inventors of the technology, telling you what the problems were. You had others coming in telling you what the problems were, McCullough and so many other doctors we would have on here day after day after day. We were banned on every social media platform, because we went after Fauci. And we said he's a liar and he's a murderer. And that's what he is. Kash Patel, why are we not perp walking Dr. Fauci? Why does it take Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers has come out blistering. Besides Bobby Kennedy, where's the rest of the administration? Where's Kash? Where's the Attorney General? Why are we not arresting Anthony Fauci? Why are we not in front of a grand jury right now? And by the way, if you're afraid of the pardon, go to the 25 or 30 people around Fauci, arrest them all. All of them should be in prison for the rest of their life. And I'm dead serious. You see the connection Aaron Rodgers had with that crowd in back? The Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, hey, Fetterman, you better quit playing footsie. If you want to come over and be a Republican, okay, do it. You should do it for the right reasons, though. But Aaron Rodgers will take you down in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Aaron Rodgers ought to be. What do you think we would do in the United States Senate if we had a guy like Aaron Rodgers and not John Thune? John Thune's a pencil neck pussy. Aaron Rodgers is a man. He stood in the breach with the whole world against him. The entire world against him, particularly ESPN. This is what's so beautiful about this. He made ESPN sit there and listen. And there's nothing they can do about it. With the McAfee deal, hey, you know what you had to do, ESPN? Suck on that. A moment of beauty on a Monday in August in the War Room. Amazing. We're going to play more. Short break. Aaron Rodgers next in the War Room.
The ball. What about Lake and Riley? It's surely too hard to say.
system is outdated and archaic and vulnerable to title fraud.
Our country is under attack.
The America we know is at risk of not being that way.
The radical left wants to destroy America.
We're not going to let that happen.
The younger generation needs you to stand up and lead.
It's an inside-out strategy.
This is more than an organization. This is a movement.
We're here to save the country.
AMAC is a family, over 2 million patriots strong.
I am an AMAC member, by the way.
AMAC gives you the training, resources, and tools to be a citizen soldier.
Each one of us can make a difference, and that's what AMAC shows every day.
Plus, real benefits like travel discounts, insurance, and Medicare guidance. We are stronger together.
Our rights don't come from government. Our rights come from God.
RAV family, let's stand with AMAC.
To extinguish all the evil that we see around us.
Scan the QR code right now or go to amac.us/RAV and let's take our country back together.
Real America's Voice is growing, and now it's all in one place. Introducing the new and improved RAV app, built for access, community, and choice, not paywalls. Here's the key. RAV is still free to watch. No sign-in, no membership required. Your favorite live streams, breaking coverage, and video on demand are all right there. Free, just like always.
For the War Room Posse, we have to be a force multiplier on this. We have to stick the landing.
In the White House, in the Oval Office, you're crushing it, my friend.
And if you want more, the members section is your backstage pass. Get exclusive behind-the-scenes photos and videos, insider moments from the studio and the field, and early access to new content before it goes public. Members can also unlock special experiences like virtual meet and greets, member-only auctions, and select event access. Plus, commercial-free viewing of certain shows inside the app. It's not just an app, it's a community. Download the RAV app today. Find it in the App Store and Google Play.
Hello, this is Hockey Nut from Weyerhaeuser, Wisconsin. Just saying, tune in to Real America's Voice for the truth.
I'm Lou, Maga pilot from Rav's Gator Chat here in beautiful Trump County, Florida. The best place for real news is Real America's Voice.
I'm Patriot Mermaid, and I'm from West Haven, Connecticut. When the mainstream media wasn't giving us the truth, I went and looked for the truth and found it on Real America's Voice. Come and join us. Come on.
Okay. We had to intervene with the Japanese yen, Scott Besson. We're trying to get Scott on tomorrow to go through it all. Now more than ever, you should understand how the dollar underpins the entire system and how running $2 trillion deficits every year. And I think Wall Street's a big article about Wall Street warning Scott Besson that that's a whole lot of money that you got to finance, particularly with $40 trillion in debt. I think, Scott, this year, $9 trillion to be refinanced. If you don't want interest rates to go sky high, you got to think about how you're going to manage this. Scott Besson is putting his best. His mind is fantastic. One of the best traders ever. Birchgold.com/Bannon. End of the dollar empire. 8 free installments. 9th coming. Understand it all. Particularly the relationship of physical gold to fiat currency. Particularly when you're printing a whole lot of fiat currency. Check it out today. Also, All Family Pharmacy. Go to allfamilypharmacy.com. Promo code Bannon or /Bannon. Check it out. Bannon 10. But then you can get the hydroxychloroquine there and all types of other medications by a pharmacist or a licensed medical professional. It's going to save you big money. It'll get there. Privacy. You cut out big pharma distribution. You cut out the drugstore chains. All of it. Just you and the folks at All Family and Michael Kunstler team just done an amazing job. And you get everything that you need, everything you want, under the supervision and care of a pharmacist or licensed medical professional. Go check it out today. And you get 10% off besides even the overhead savings that they pass on to you. So go check it out today. Aaron Rodgers. You got to go back in time, man. They tried to run this guy to football, tried to destroy him. They're so mean and they're so vicious. And if we lose this midterm, it's all coming back. Don't think the transgender's gone. Don't think the DEI is gone. Look what's happened in the WNBA. The transgender ideology is one of the things that rotates around this Marxist left. In fact, we got time to play it later. Yesterday, I think it was in a high school in Milwaukee. You've got this woman running for governor, one of the most radical of the radical. And of course, all the radicals are there with their AOC, and the place is packed to the rafters. This is what happens when the controlled opposition Republican Party puts your head in the sand for decades after decades after decades and just allow these radical Democrats to take federal money and take it to the state level and use these schools and colleges and institutions to allow open borders and all these illegal aliens to invade the country. This is what you get. This is what you wrought. And now it's got to be sorted out. But it's going to be sorted out by heroes. Aaron Rodgers stood in the breach. He could have played the game. He could have gone along with it. But he had the courage of his convictions, and he knew it was wrong. He knew it was going to hurt people, and he didn't buy any of it, didn't buy Fauci. And he called Fauci out more than I've seen most Republicans call him, as a common criminal and should be prosecuted and should be in prison. Cash, are you listening? You take your number 2 pencil out. I think Fauci's a government gangster. How many government gangsters have we rolled up? Let's start with Fauci. We got some more from the great Aaron Rodgers and Pat McAfee live on ESPN today, baby. It couldn't have gotten better. Let's play it.
That's MVP Aaron Rodgers. Okay, good. And now we're digital. Now we continue.
Now you can really let it go.
Okay. Now we will continue. I want to let you know, good for you, man.
Yeah.
Just because of everything that was said about you for years and years by a lot of people, man. There were some powerful positions coming out saying you were the worst person on earth.
Remember 8 Mile, right? In the last rap, you remember what he does?
Yeah,
against Papa Doc. He basically said, "This is about me," right?
Yeah.
It's like all these different narratives. He's this, he's that, blah, blah, blah. His family hates him. He's a murderer. He's endangering old people. All the bull years. Like, just keep it 100. That's all I'm saying. Just keep it 100. I'm not taking victory lap.
Kinda.
It's just like,
I think we should kinda. Yeah, it feels like you kind of should. Now, on that note,
seriously, come on.
We got to worry about ball at some point. But on that note, I am very thankful that you are having this experience that you're having because, boy, it got real loud. You were a very terrible person.
Years.
I mean, it was, and I was the reason why I know this. I was next to you in those
What is the network doing? Like, you have literally an individual that maybe used to work at ESPN that covers our league at the highest level, and there's a major scandal, and it's just like nobody can about it. What are we even doing
personal
here?
lives are personal lives. I feel like you of all people should know that. But
I understand, but if it's affecting certain things, if there's leaks going on, if there's tampering going on, if that person is also an MVP voter and a Coach of the Year voter. Remember when I won MVP in 2021?
Yeah,
and that bomb in Chicago?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's real life. Like, how are we allowing these people to have an impact?
Pornhub Arkush is what we call it.
I remember that name. Okay, so on that note, good for you, man. Hey, actually.
Maybe 8.
I told these boys I was bringing it today.
Did you tell Bert that?
Bert loves it.
Yeah,
Bert loves it.
Dude, if you just go back and search Aaron's name, and you should take this in.
Yeah. But there's probably some, courageous individuals back there.
Okay. So I was about to say, there's no need to bury anybody back here.
No, and I said there's some courageous individuals
That's
back
all
there.
you do that. Because there was a lot of enemies of yours, man. And once again, I would like to say, the only reason why I know that is because you have the ability to disappear from the internet, and I think you get updated on everything and you see everything. Man, I'm on there every day.
I don't see everything. I get updated on certain things. Now Bert's my update. He'll tell me, hey, this guy thrashed you, or this guy said this, or be alert for this,
Okay, so can we talk about some of the things you mentioned there that they can't kill anymore?
Whatever, yeah.
You being back with your family, awesome.
Yeah.
Hey,
let's go.
Go, Rob.
It's both sides. Obviously, it's both sides. A lot of people publicly have killed you for this entire thing. We have always said, like, hey, Aaron also has his side of this entire story for the fact that that's going to come together. And now,
honestly, the reason there was a schism and the reason we're back together is nobody.
Agreed.
And I gave a little glimpse, and I'm not going to do, I don't even really post anymore. I posted our trip in Idaho. The previous post I posted before that was from the Malibu trip the year before. I'm not going to be posting a bunch of stuff and blowing it up. I just wanted give a little shout out there. I mean, and a shout out to little Jack and Evie as well. Watching, they're probably not watching right now. They're probably napping right now. Let's be honest.
I love that.
But my little niece and nephew, was great to see him. But yeah, it's good. It's good to have a full circle. There's been a lot of full circles this past year, but. Yeah, people don't know and they shouldn't know. It's not their business.
Yeah, but we do know you're back.
But there's a lot of conjecture because I'm the darkness guy and I'm the COVID endangerer guy and I'm this and I'm that. And in the end, all I'm saying is like,
yeah, there's been a lot of that. Yeah, there's been a lot of that. And on that note, do you think that's going to make you play great ball this year? Because I think it feels like you're a pretty free individual right now. Not that you ever weren't, but it does feel like vibes pretty immaculate around Aaron Rodgers.
I used to not really care. I care even less. I'm going out after this. I'm not going to be out there doing a podcast, chasing down.
Whoa. We might come on.
Every now and then. Chasing down weird-ass parties on the East Coast and wearing white. I'm not going to be doing I'm not going to be doing anything.
Yes.
I'm going to be...
You're not going to be a goofball fest?
I'm going to be out of the light, so I might as well get a couple in. I don't get to do this show as much as I would like to do, I think, from time to time. So, especially when I get a chance to get after that gutless organization you have to be connected with.
Oh, jeez.
What, the government?
I just don't care anymore.
Okay, we like that.
I love it.
Feels
I cared a little bit. Now I don't care at all.
No, we like that. I think it's going to be good for the football.
All I care about is getting out there on that field and playing my best ball.
Okay, so let's talk
say
about
whatever the hell you want about me. I don't care.
Now, that was actually the YouTube part, that last little part, but he called ESPN gutless, multiple times. Here's what I want to do. We got a couple of minutes before we go to break. I want to go back to the beginning. I want to play this again. We're going to go to break, and then I'm going to come back, give some commentary, play the rest of it. Let's go ahead and hit it, Denver.
You talked about your wife saying, hey, have another year. Mike McCarthy being here, obviously a big deal. Can you tell us about the mindset of coming into your last season? Like, that's a real thing, it feels like, because is everything better? Is everything funner? Is everything more awesome? Like, how do you kind of view this year versus maybe the years of the past?
I'm going to plead the fifth.
Okay. Okay.
Like
Gotta love that guy.
Like that absolute coward, Tony Fauci. Absolute coward.
Yeah.
Hey, it's back,
Are
baby.
you kidding me?
Yeah, 111
You got a pardon and you're in front and you pleaded over 100 times at the White House? What are you scared of, Tony?
Yeah.
I thought you were the science.
Yeah.
I thought you were I am science, and you get up there and you can't answer a question?
Yeah.
What are we doing? And how much time did the network spend to that? How much time did they spend on my responses every week, on my vaccination status, on Taylor and Travis's wedding? Did they do even a minute? Did they do even a minute on Tony Fauci?
No, I don't think I've heard anything.
I bet they didn't.
But on that note...
And there was another scandal this offseason, too, involving a voter for MVP, for Coach of the Year. How much time did your network spend? Where's your cap? Did your network spend on that?
Our network?
I wish
How much time did you spend?
This is awesome.
Hey, Tony, go back to Fauci?
Yeah.
Go back to the coward Tony Fauci and his science?
Hold on now.
Who's spending the entire time writing in his diary about how fun it is to be famous? You got to be kidding me.
Okay, so on that note...
What are you going to say about me now?
Debate him,
What are you going to say about me
No,
now?
I got no debate here. You had a 500...
No, seriously, what are they going to say about me now? Now you can't talk about the COVID stuff because obviously it was made, in a lab in China. That's like not even questionable anymore. Tony Fauci is an absolute criminal. I'm on good terms with my family. I'm on good terms with my family. What are you going to say now? What are you going to say now?
I want to let you know. It's been a fun ride for you, I would assume, over the last couple.
It's been a great life and a great career. And it's nice to be sitting on this side now, especially after that coward played the fifth over 100 times.
Okay.
I thought you had a part in there, Tony. Why couldn't you answer one question the entire time?
Okay, we have 4 minutes until the heart out.
Yeah, I got 4 more minutes in, but we can keep it going.
Like
Anything else? I got at least 4 minutes.
Okay,
There's a lot of silence, though, but I will say this: I gotta give flowers to Stephen A. Smith, my old friend Stephen A., because he was man enough to actually admit and apologize to Kyrie Irving.
Yes,
so I got to give a shout out to my guy Stephen A. You are not a coward. I appreciate you.
Okay, can we talk about? We'll wrap up that conversation.
Other than that, there's been a lot of silence. I feel like like 19 seconds about one subject. Oh, don't talk about that. We can talk about.
We have it right here. That's so good, and we'll play it on the loop. Give Stephen A. Smith a shout out for having his back. We're going to take a short commercial break. How many other folks on ESPN has called out ESPN and said, Tony Fauci, you're a criminal? Short commercial break. Back in the war room with some more Aaron Rodgers and Mike Davis, the Viceroy, next.
Home inspectors, contractors, roofers, all kinds of pros recommend Leaf.
Some stories deserve more than headlines. They deserve to be remembered. Extortion 17 honors the 30 American service members and 8 Afghan partners who made the ultimate sacrifice when their helicopter was shot down during a mission in Afghanistan on August 6, 2011. Through powerful orchestration and heartfelt emotion, composer Don Newen pays tribute to their courage, their service, and the families who continue to carry their legacy. From Real America's Music, this is Extortion 17 by Don Newen. Download it now.
Hi, my name is Tracy Elk with Arizona. I don't stink around in the kitchen when it comes to the news. I watch Real America's Voice, which always serves accurate and reliable updates that are on point with their amazing hosts. So don't find yourself in a pickle by tuning into the fake news. Stick with Real America's Voice.
My name is Tina, and I'm in Dallas, Texas. I'm so grateful to be able to get my news from an organization like Real America's Voice, whose conservative values align with my own.
Hey, y'all. It's Nancy from Texas. Real America's Voice gives us truth, not propaganda, and we need that. Thank you so much.
I'm Andy M., and I love Real America's Voice, where my voice counts and your voice counts. That is America's Voice.
Take your phone out, text Bannon, B-A-N-N-O-N, 989898. Get the ultimate guide for investing in gold and precious metals. Do it today. In a time of financial turbulence, you need a still point in the turning world. That's what physical gold can be for you. It's a hard asset. Been a hedge for 5,000 years. Going through a little turbulence. So check it out. Also, Tax Network USA. One of the things we talk about, one of the issues is massive deficits. How do you close massive deficits? Scott Bessent's under direct order to collect all the money the IRS is owed. At least they think they're owed. That's the key to the whole deal. What they think they're owed versus what you think you owe. You need to talk to an expert. Tax Network USA, totally free. 866-513-5516. 866-513-5516. Talk to them. They'll give you a free consultation. It's free, no obligation. And you will get a sense of what the IRS, through the eyes of the IRS, what you really owe. And then you're talking to professionals. So do it today. They're going to close the gap on these $2 trillion deficits, and the IRS is getting tougher and tougher and tougher and tougher. That's just reality. So you got the number. It's a hotline just for the War and Posse. Take advantage of it. Do it today. Let me finish with Aaron Rodgers. I got the Viceroy is going to join us here in a moment. We're going to talk about the DOJ and the Attorney General. We'll get to that in a second. Let's finish with Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, we were there for all of this.
2021.
sorry. 2021.
It really went down.
Okay. There was a 500-page report that Aaron looked into with many doctors about his body and said vaccination. Now, that became a talking point of COVID, I believe, around the entire globe. And the only reason why I know that is because I was
coming on the show every week. We were talking.
I was called a murderer because I was platforming Aaron Rodgers, who was making the decision that was best for himself. So as soon as I see all this start happening with Fauci, I knew that, boy, you were certainly having a time because your name was slandered. You were called a murderer. You were called a lot of things. And
I was endangering my teammates and this and that. Now look what happened. We talked about they suppressed early treatments. They lied about where it came from. Tony Fauci's writing in his journal about, I don't want to, create any vaccine hesitancy if I tell them what the actual stats are. How many papers have been written? How many McCulloughs and Malones and all the great doctors out there who actually did treatment on the front end and repurposed drugs that are the safest profiles in the world. But no, Tony Fauci pushing his medicine just like he did back in the 80s. And now, when you have an auto pen pardon.
Hey, Jay, you know what happened.
You have an auto pen pardon. But and you can't answer one question.
Hey, now real quick.
Not even your name. Come on. What do we do?
Can we do this real
and how
quick?
much time did the network spend on that?
Hey, can we do something for you real quick?
How much time?
Hey, can we do something for you real quick?
Yeah.
Hey. Way to stand on your truth throughout the entirety of that thing.
Oh,
honestly.
I feel great about it.
Congratulations.
Yeah, you should. I feel great about it.
Congratulations.
I told you I'd be on the right side of history when I had that mustache that we were in New York.
Yeah, but you had that Halloween party, though, that killed a lot of people, remember? You had that Halloween party.
Oh, yeah. When we were a 10,000 square foot warehouse with 21 people and, the I am
We're going to work this. We're going to work this overnight and even have it better tomorrow. Here's why. So many more people watch that, particularly voters, than watch the Sunday shows. The Sunday shows all watched by the political class. Real Americans are watching that. You saw the response. That's the Pittsburgh Steelers summer camp. These are hardcore American citizens, hardworking. This is their vacation. They go up to St. Vincent's College and watch the Steelers on the first day they put on pads. That's America right there. And you heard the response and the support for Aaron Rodgers as he's calling out ESPN to their face. This is the power of Pat McAfee Show, right? And I realize a lot of controversy around Pat, but he did give a platform for Aaron Rodgers, not just today, but back when he was taking the heat. And McAfee, they were saying, you're a murderer, you're giving a platform to this guy. On the left, they're so evil, okay? They're so evil. And MSNBC and CNN, who just all, this thing between Fauci is just a personal thing between Ron Johnson and Rand Paul and, the crazies over there at the War Room. They're just obsessed with him. No. This is about the health of the nation. And this is about a guy who's a mass murderer. We'll get to that later. Mike Davis. Correct me if I'm wrong. Have we won this battle? Have we settled things down so now that Todd Blanche is going to be on the glide slope to actually get confirmed by, all the process with the committee vote and the floor vote will take place Thursday or Friday, and hopefully by Saturday we'll have President Trump will have a permanent attorney general, sir?
Yes, Todd Blanche is back on the glide path. Be the next Attorney General of the United States. He will have his Senate Judiciary Committee vote tomorrow. It looks like every Senate Republican will vote for him. He'll proceed to the floor. You have to file for cloture. You have to vote for cloture. You have to jump through the Senate procedural hoops, 30 hours of post-cloture debate. But I expect Todd Blanche to for this.
He's frozen up. I'll tell you what. Let's try to reboot if we can. If we can, we'll get Mike by phone or we'll do it tomorrow. Todd Blanche. It looks like now a deal has been cut. President Trump has agreed. I guess has walked away from the weaponization fund. Todd Blanche is so Cornyn and Tillis. I guess they got most of what they wanted. The president had to concede some. Of course, they conceded some also. There'll be a committee vote tomorrow, and then it'll go, with the rules they've got, I think it gets to the Senate by Friday then, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, maybe Thursday before they go home because, they're not working that many days. They vote. It'll be along Republican lines. We supposedly have the votes. Who knows? JD may have to come in here, but I think pretty sure they have the votes. He's got to get it out of committee. This is Tillis and Cornyn being the president's best friend. I say that tongue in cheek. They'll get out of committee tomorrow. Straight party line vote. Not one Democrat will vote to support Todd. It'll go to the floor. It'll be voted out, and probably by Saturday, he will be sworn in by the president and then be the permanent attorney general. The Hill newspaper today had a lead story for a while, and that story was, I didn't get it to my team yet. The story was Senate Republicans see Trump as the political problem, and it was all these anonymous quotes from senators talking about Trump's dragging us down because he's got people focused on the Save America Act, and it's never going to get passed, and we're never going to do it. We're never going to execute it. That's their words, not mine. And they said he's the problem. He's the problem we've got. And so there you have it right there, ladies and gentlemen. I keep saying that you're going to have to energize the base. You're going to have to energize the grassroots leaders. You're going to have to energize those people that canvass, that walk neighborhoods, that people look to them as kind of the leaders, the thought leaders. This is why tomorrow Steve Stern's going to have the precinct strategy at 1 o'clock. I want everybody to listen in. It'll be grassroots leaders from around the country talking about what they're working on, the precinct strategy. It's the precinct strategy and grassroots leaders that are going to save us. And no, for the Senate to come out and say Trump's the problem gets to the heart of the matter. You need a mass uprising right now of grassroots MAGA base to save these Senate seats. And tonight, or tomorrow night, I should say, not tonight, tomorrow night in Michigan, I think they're going to nominate a radical Islamist. And we'll play some stuff tomorrow from Dearborn, some footage we've got from Dearborn, all that. Mike Davis rejoins us. Mike Davis by phone? We tried to get it by phone. That didn't work either. Maybe we'll try to get Mike tomorrow. Good news is a deal has been reached. It is now official between the two recalcitrant senators, Tillis and Cornyn, and they have agreed that Todd Blanche can go for a vote. At the Judiciary Committee tomorrow. He'll be voted out along party lines, and then we'll go from to a floor vote. That floor vote will take place later in the week. I think by Thursday, because I think they're getting out of town. And then the president will sign his confirmation. He'll be the attorney general on Saturday. Mike Davis, I just walked people through the process. Why is this taking so long? Why Todd Blanche, not a particularly controversial guy? Why is this one taking so long, sir?
Look, it's been an interesting process. We did not have the votes before because of a dispute over the weaponization fund. The parties worked very hard to negotiate in good faith. And Senator Chuck Grassley, the chairman of the Senate Judiciary Committee, my former boss, once again worked all weekend and delivered a monumental victory for President Trump. Todd Blanche will be confirmed on next Saturday. He'll be the next Attorney General of the United States. The process is frustrating at times, but the process worked. The Senate did their oversight. They provided their advice and consent. And the good thing about this process working, Stephen, even though it's frustrating, is Todd's going to get confirmed as the next Attorney General of the United States with momentum at his back and instead of a cloud over his head. So this is a good resolution. It's a big win for President Trump. Again, hats off to my former boss, Chuck Grassley, who made this happen. And so all sides worked in good faith. Todd Blanche, the Justice Department, the president, his personal attorney, Susie Wiles, the White House Chief of Staff, was instrumental. We've got to a good resolution with Senators Cornyn and Tillis. And hopefully with this deal, we can use this goodwill and this momentum to work on other deals so we can repair the relationship among those senators with the president and get his agenda passed.
Look, the Grassley, and it helped immensely that you were Grassley's guy. You kind of led confirmations for us and know so much. The White House staff, obviously, Senator Cornyn's staff, a lot of people worked on this, but I got to give a special shout out to both Boris Epstein and yourself that just did yeoman's work to pull this thing together, and there will be some momentum. And I know the Justice Department is looking towards having leadership permanently in there, and then all the other pieces will fall in place, DAG, PDAG, all of it, maybe some reshuffling around a couple other positions. So, Mike, I think, once again, your expertise. We came in hot when we had to come in hot, backed off when we had to back off. Article 3 Project and Bill Blaster did their job, and then you, given all your experience with Senator Grassley and the great team over in his Senate staff, did the rest. Where do people go, Mike, to follow you on social media about this? Where do they go to Article 3 to get updates?
I must say it's pretty shocking to see the Viceroy as the voice of reason who's trying to bring all sides together. It's not something that I'm used to doing. But again, it's because of Chuck Grassley's leadership. Go to article3project.org, article number 3project.org. Follow us on social, donate, but only what you can afford. The next action item, now that Todd Blanche is back on the glide path to confirmation, is the Save America Act.
Yeah.
Light up both of your home state senators, Democrat and Republican. Let's get the Save Act to President Trump's desk, whether it's reconciliation or otherwise.
The Viceroy was the voice of reason. I had many phone calls or text messages saying, dial it down. put the choke chain on me over the weekend, but it worked out well. Mike, thank you so much. Great job. Great job to everybody. Pull this off, and look forward to Todd, the president, swearing him in on Friday or Saturday. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you always. Got a lot more work to do. Got the Save America Act. I don't know. Are we running out of time? I guess we're going to find this week. You're going to find this week, right? You're going to find it this week? Oh, my Lord. Unbelievable. Another one down. I still can't get over Aaron Rodgers. It's the best thing I've seen in so long. It's so hard to see hard truths actually being spoken.
So my friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super.
Some stories deserve more than headlines. They deserve to be remembered. Extortion 17 honors the 30 American service members and 8 Afghan partners who made the ultimate sacrifice when their helicopter was shot down during a mission in Afghanistan on August 6, 2011. Through powerful orchestration and heartfelt emotion, composer Don Nguyen pays tribute to their courage, their service, and the families who continue to carry their legacy. From Real America's Music, this is Extortion 17 by Don Nguyen. Download it now.
Hi, my name is Tracy L. from Arizona. I don't stink around in the kitchen when it comes to the news. I watch Real America's Voice, which always serves accurate and reliable updates that are on point with their amazing hosts. So don't find yourself in a pickle by tuning into the fake news. Stick with Real America's Voice.
My name is Tina, and I'm in Dallas, Texas. I'm so grateful to be able to get my news from an organization like Real America's Voice, whose conservative values align with my own.
Hey, y'all. It's Nancy from Texas. Real America's Voice gives us truth, not propaganda, and we need that. Thank you so much.
I'm Andy M., and I love Real America's Voice, where my voice counts and your voice counts. That is America's Voice.
want to thank Aaron Rodgers for being so truthful. Like I said, it's very rare in television you get the truth. And there he had it on one. And, you know, he was looking forward to doing that because ESPN has been so terrible. Try to destroy him. Because they're as woke as you can possibly get. They've destroyed sports in many regards, or tried to destroy sports. Completely and totally woke. And you've got people that push back like Aaron Rodgers. That's a profile in courage. Remember, courage is the most important of all the virtues because it is upon courage that all the other virtues rest. Aaron Rodgers, a profile in courage. More on that tomorrow. America's Health Share, they've come up with a way if your insurance is too expensive right now. A lot of people are saying I can't afford to put food on the table for the kids. I can't make my mortgage payment or my rent. I can't do this anymore. Of course, some of the underwriting of Obamacare is going away. America's Health Share. Go to freedomforhealth.org. What did Aaron Rodgers just talk about there? Medical freedom, consent. Go to freedomforhealthcare.org/Bannon. I think you're going to like these folks a lot. I think you're going to like the cut of their jib, as we say in the United States Navy. Go check it out. But remember, you get a free month if you switch, but that's not the reason you do this. This is a whole different way, a whole different angle of attack on insurance. Make sure you understand it. It has and is working right now. And if it's right for you, it could be a significant saving in the plan you want. But it's on you. freedomforhealth.org/Bannon. They set up a whole landing page. And they're there to answer all your questions. And we know if it's a War and Posse, you have lots of questions. This is why sponsors love this audience. Why? They know the audience wants to drill down, get information. But once they make a decision, they're customers for a awful long time. So go do it today. America Health Share. Check it out. And ask all your questions. Do your due diligence. Neil McCabe, our man at the White House. Interesting Oval Office today, Neil McCabe. Let's go ahead and play.
Neil's not ready.
The clip's ready, though, right? Yeah. Okay, hang on. I'm going to play. I'm just teeing him up. I got it. Neil's going to be at the White House momentarily, but we're going to play the clip from the Oval Office earlier today. Let's let it rip.
Sir,
go ahead.
When a group.
Well, let him go. Then you.
I'm sorry.
He was very rude to you, right? Go ahead. Who are you with?
I'm with Real America's Voice, sir. Sir, when a group such as the Haitians lose their temporary protective status, how soon should they be bussed and flown out?
Well, we had a big victory in court on temporary, the protective status. And I largely leave it up to my people. But we've had people here for many years that they were here temporarily. We had people coming in, and they've been here for many, many years. And they had a tragedy in their country. They had, sometimes it was storms, or it was hurricanes. And they come in, and they're here for 12 years, 14 years. So something's got to be done.
President, it was a great question, Neil. President, I thought gave a great answer. He's got the weight of the world on his shoulders, trying to do everything. I'd leave it to my people. That would be Mullins. But I thought it was a great question. And by the way, in seeing the thing, you were a little concerned. He was kind of kidding around with you. Hey, you were kind of rude. But that's President Trump taking the mick out of you, as the Irish say. Your sense, and by the way, his answer I thought was great. I'm letting my people handle it. And Mullins, supposedly hasn't really given us a great answer yet of when they're going to actually leave, when they're going to start boarding the buses for Springfield. And I realize that's a big issue with this audience. And, Secretary Mullins has just got to get focused. He gave some interviews over the weekend, went to the thing. It's just not acceptable. People don't think his heart's in this. And now you're getting leaks from the White House that they're upset because they've tried to media train him. They're trying to say, hey, look, here's your job. Here's the positions of this administration. And we're not amnesty. And a lot of things you talk about sound like amnesty. Neil McCabe, your thoughts and observations today.
Well, obviously, the president was there to talk about the executive order supporting military spouses. But then he opened it up, and I felt that this was a question that needed to be addressed. regardless of the president's answer, I just wanted to get that question into the ether to get people thinking, hey, wow, didn't we win this court case like 2 weeks ago? And so I thought the president gave a good answer. He didn't give the best answer. The best answer would be, I'm ordering the buses and planes, to start revving up now. But given he's got a lot on his plate, I appreciate it.
Hold on, but
I appreciated his answer.
I do think, given the chain of command, I like when he says, "I got my people on it. I like my people do it." He can't do everything, right? He can't insert himself in every situation. He gives guidance. He says, "Look, I'm letting my people handle it." And now I think it's very appropriate to go over and start banging on the door of Mueller and said, "Hey, we just asked the president. The president said it was a great court win." Right? That said they're not supposed to be here for 16 years. It's supposed to be temporary. So he lays out the whole case. Now it's incumbent upon us to get on Mueller and say, hey, the president says it was a great victory. What are we doing? Where are the buses? Where are the planes? Where are the Haitians leaving Springfield, sir?
No, I think you're absolutely correct. And really my purpose was to keep this question and to keep this issue, in the bloodstream, and I think we did that. And certainly, the president is all on board. It's his policy. It's what he was elected to do, and he laid out the case. It's not like he isn't versed in this thing. He knows it chapter and verse, and that's what he laid out.
Okay, fantastic. What's your social media? Where do people go to get you, Neil?
You can find me on all the socials at Reporter McCabe, Steve.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. By the way, I'm going to connect you with Brian Glenn on appropriate Oval Office etiquette. Kidding. Brian was his favorite for many, many reasons. But those days are behind us. Neil McCabe, thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Captain Fennell is going to join us from overseas. We're going to talk about the Strait of Hormuz in the United States Navy. Also, Joe Allen is back, and Eric Metaxa is going to talk to us about Oxford and the American Revolution. We got a packed show coming up, hosted by yours truly, Stephen K. Bannon. So stick around. The second hour of the War Room is upon us. And also tomorrow morning, well, I'll talk about it a little next hour. And tomorrow morning, we're going to have a show's going to rock. Tomorrow afternoon, we're supposed to have Secretary of Treasury Scott Bessent and Natalie Jean Winters in the 5 o'clock hour, and a special on artificial intelligence with some of the heaviest hitters in the business. So we're absolutely packed here. It doesn't slow down because August, folks. We pick it up. We pick up the tempo. We're 90 days or 90-some days away from midterm election. We're going to grind it every day until Election Day. Stick around. Second hour War Room, you're going to love.
We're united, strong, and free.
What makes an Erie metal roof different isn't just how it's built. It's what it's built to outlast.
Some stories deserve more than headlines. They deserve to be remembered. Extortion 17 honors the 30 American service members and 8 Afghan partners who made the ultimate sacrifice when their helicopter was shot down during a mission in Afghanistan on August 6, 2011. Through powerful orchestration and heartfelt emotion, composer Don Nguyen pays tribute to their courage, their service, and the families who continue to carry their legacy. From Real America's Music, this is Extortion 17 by Don Nguyen. Download it now. Some stories deserve more than headlines. They deserve to be remembered. Extortion 17 honors the 30 American service members and 8 Afghan partners who made the ultimate sacrifice when their helicopter was shot down during a mission in Afghanistan on August 6, 2011. Through powerful orchestration and heartfelt emotion, composer Don Nguyen pays tribute to their courage, their service, and the families who continue to carry their legacy. From Real America's Music, this is Extortion 17 by Don Nguyen. Download it now.